Hello everybody, this is Kristy here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for all the lovely new subscribers. It's lovely to have you there, here, not there, and also all the long-term subscribers as well. Today is Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, volume 9, and I am on part 2. So what have I been up to? Well, I've been doing my other projects, so I thought I better get on here and do that. This book that I've got in front of me is with Daydream Journals from Tilly Rose. Absolute beautiful book. I made the cover last time with the RJOS Digest book, and then I did the inside, and then I did this book here, the cover. I've sorted out my pages. So the first page is, where are we? Doodling. Then I've got Kantha stitching, applique, embellishment, printing or stamps, and then some sort of painting on the last page. This is just a rough guide. I might even change it. So I drew up my first page, and then I've written the rest of them in the book. So we can get rid of that book. And I've marked out the pages as well to keep myself in the square, the rectangle of the page, so I don't go off the page. So what I've got here is just some doodling. I did a swirl and then I just went round, did a flower. I think I could do with another leaf over there on that side. And I can do some colouring in. Maybe go up here with the leaf. And then I did some little baby leaves here, flowers here, and then went down and then I wrote the word kindness. So I've got my thread all threaded up with a little bit of crew wool. I might start with dark blue, and then I've got some light blue here somewhere. It doesn't matter if it's all different threads. I might use this one. I'm trying to use up my tangle or my orts. Sometimes I use both words. And for this, I'm just going to be using stem stitch. I like it because I like the way it curves around. You can make it curve in a curved way. Back stitch is lovely, but we'll see. Maybe it won't work. I don't know. So how are we all? I hope you're stitching along in this project. Oh, I just said I was going to do stem stitch, wasn't I? Might just start from here. I'll just come straight up from there. I'll do the tiniest little bit. I don't think my stem stitch looks the same as the actual one in the book, but I like the way I do it. And it might give the swirl a bit of body. Hope I don't think it looks like a snail, because it's not. Lots of great ideas with this project in the Facebook group. I've been busy the last few days, so I haven't had a chance to catch up on it. I'm liking this needle. It's got a really sharp point and a delicate bit where you can just pick up the minutest bit of thread. I'll come back with that and maybe couch that down a little bit. It always does that. I should have probably gone the other way. That window is annoying today. It's very windy out there. It is a bit windy, very hot last night. It was 30 degrees at night we had. Oh, we left the air conditioning on all night, thank goodness. Today was 34. I don't know what it is now. 33. So it only went up 3 degrees this morning when we got up. So yes, it was a bit warm. We're expecting possibly some rain at the weekend or tomorrow, which is very strange. We'd only get rain if it was a storm. But the sunrise and sunset are changing already, getting us ready for autumn. I'm over summer now, so I'd like to go into the next phase of the season. Well, I'm just going to continue on with this, and I'll come back when I've sort of got to there. So I'm up to the blue, and I've just started, so I thought I'll just continue on. I want to do back stitch for this one. I thought maybe it would be a good idea just to change it up a bit with every section. Oh, I can hear that damn window. Now this is a very funny thread to stitch with. I'm not sure if I like it. I don't actually know why I'm doing blue, to be honest. It possibly should be green, shouldn't it? Because it's supposed to be like a vine. So how about we take all this out. I will take this out and I'll come back. Back with my green. I'll just thread it up now. I thought I had my 2 strands somewhere. Oh my goodness. I'll just get them out of this one. I did have it somewhere. Not sure where it went. I'll just show you a little bit of the green, what I'm doing. So I've put my needle in, and I think I'll just do some back stitch with this one. I think the green looks better than the blue, and the holes aren't as big either. Now don't forget the red pen will all iron off once I have finished this page. So I have 6 pages to do for this month. I probably will get it finished if I mosey on and get it done. I don't know if I won't do every video for every page, but I'll certainly do little tiny snippets of the each section of the book. So this won't take long to do, just, you know, back stitches. I'm not worried whether they're short or they're all the same length. It'd be just nice to get it moving along. So I'll leave you here and I'll be back with maybe when I come down to the flower, or even just down to the words. All right. I'm back to show you the rest of my doodling page. So I finished the front of the doodling page. All I did was I went round. I can't remember what I showed you, but I'm pretty sure. So here's my kindness doodling page finished. All I did was a bit of stem stitch. What did I do there? I put my glasses back on. A back stitch and stem stitch. Mix these up accidentally because I started with back stitch and then I did stem stitch on this side, ran out of the pink, had to fill in the bits with the pink, and then stem stitch all the way around, back stitch and then stem stitch. So I just mixed up those 2 stitches. Now my next one is the Kantha, and I made up these squares ages ago, so I decided to stick them on. And I'm using Wonderful Perle cotton, EZM1050. So I've got my needle all, I've got my thread all needled up. There goes Boston outside being a security dog. Let's get started. So I'm not sure if I want to continue on up here. Maybe I might draw a line. I did have my pen here. Might just draw some lines. Now her book says, I don't know what a book says, 47. No. So it doesn't really matter. You can do lots of different sorts of things. She's showing you circles. And she says, don't worry about the regularity or the evenness of the stitches. I'm finished the Kantha, and I've gone all the way around. I've stitched everything that I needed to stitch, and now I've got the iron nice and hot. And I'm just going to press all the friction pen off, trying not to get rid of the lines in the middle. give it a good light press. Sometimes it takes a while for the friction to actually move off the iron of the heat. I have a feeling I might, I had a pen in my mouth. I have a feeling I might just do some running stitch up the centre. So then I know, and so then this is going to be Kantha up here. And I'll stamp that on, I think. A process is doing it in different colours. I started here. I've got 6 lines in each section. I had to squeeze a little bit here on that side there. But then I wanted to change colours just to see what it would look like. So that's all white, and then I did a colour to complement the darker red and the green, but I didn't have green. It had like, I don't even know what that colour is. Coppery brown colour. And then when I looked in her book, she had some swirls as well. Not sure where it is now. 57. There we go. So she did some swirls and some wavy lines. So I thought, well, I'll do a wavy line, and I did this type of swirl and left it at that. I didn't want to make it too complicated. And so the next one is the applique. Now, I've tried to do my love heart as best I can. I don't think it's going to be an exact replica, or not a replica, an exact applique heart. Maybe that might be better there. See, I don't even know how you get to go round the and this is not even being round, this one. This side, I mean. Maybe that's better. I just don't know. Right, let's have a look at that. Yeah, it's still a little bit square. So I'll do my best to stitch this on. I've got some thread here ready to go. I should just pin it on. If it doesn't turn out, I'm okay with that. Now there's different types of what you call applique. Everything is the same, but it's just what you do with it, with the item that you're stitching down, whether it's called applique or not. I did have a look on my iPad for the meaning. You've got to stitch that back in there, and sort of use your needle to turn it under. And then you just do a little overcast stitch. I probably got that too high now. Let's bring it down a little bit. I think you're supposed to turn it as you go along. And I've stuck that to the bottom of the mat. Right, just getting a few more pins in just to help me. I need all the help I can get. I'm not really an applique person. I know these applique pins. Right, I've got a tiny little bit of a point on there. Let's see if we can get that round. Right, that will do. Pin that down while it's good and ready. And we're on the lean. And we're stuck to the thing. Still stuck. All right, put that away. Oh, I don't know if I want to leave it. I don't think, what it is this side is bigger than this side, but I could have sworn I tucked the sides in. You're supposed to applique as you're going. Like turn under the fabric as you're going. So I'll just continue round and then I'll come back and I'm going to put other things on here to applique. So here I'm back with my applique finished. This was a bit hard to do. It's still a bit puffy. I might just go in and stitch some anchoring stitches to push it down, and of course I put it in on the crooked. So maybe I'll just go back and sort that out later. And I just did a normal running stitch, back stitch all the way around, and then I did some yellow and white cotton, over stitched the back stitch. So what was on the next page is embellishment. So I've done this. I hot glue gunned this on so that stays there. I stitched these on. I cut this from a necklace and then wound the wire back on itself around and around the bead, the wire in between the beads, and then I just stitched that on with some running stitch under there. Not the big thick one, but just the thin cotton one. Just a bit of colour, and that sort of razzles and dazzles your colour, as you can see in the light. And I've got some stamps, so I'm going to write embellishment down there. And so next I'm on to painting stamps. I just put them on to get my line back in the thing. So I've got create. So I think I need to cut this a little bit smaller, or maybe I'll just fold it over, make it look neat. I think that's what I'll do. I'll turn my iron on, but I think I might still just snip the tiniest bit more off. There we go. So what have I done for stamp? Well, I put the butterfly on here. So I will cover that over too. Fold that over as well. And I've done a log cabin, but I'm not sure if I like it on there. Yeah, I think it swamps the whole piece. I don't know. I like the log cabin, but I'm not sure unless I just paint on there and then just put some words on like that. Maybe that's what I'll do. All right, I'm going to try and do some painting for the butterfly. I don't know if it will actually work. And I'll get my gouache paints. And my paintbrushes are in the other box. Just a minute. Maybe it's the thin brush I need. Oh, it's gone a bit hard. All right, I'm just going to stop the video. I need to get some water. I'm back with a bit of water, and I've just been playing around with my paints, and I'm just trying to do the monarch butterfly. This is probably not the monarch butterfly, but it will do. And it looks darker on the camera than it does the actual picture. So I'm just trying to come in here and feather some paint on, but not too heavy. Just tiniest little bit of water. Use up those bits in there. Trouble is when you mix up new paint, you don't know whether you've got the same consistency as the other side, and now it's leaking out. It's because my brush is too wet. Just trying to use up the dregs of the paint. Might just go in, drag a little bit more colour. I'm no expert, so I'm not a painter. Just, oh, look, there's the drag there. I think when you just put the water on, it just activates the paint again on your brush. But you've got to do the most tiniest little bit. All right, I think that's done for there. It's a shame I did that bit. All right, so I'm going to get the black. That's what the black looks like. Need a bit of water. Oh. I'm just brushing it on here because I think I've got way too much. And I'll try and come in here. Oh, we're bleeding in. Just putting some paint on my brush without wetting my brush again. It's definitely a trial and error. Oh, we're bleeding out. Anyway, it will do. I think I've done better than I thought. Probably should get a better paintbrush, but I haven't got a thin one with a really fine tip. That's the trouble. Oh, we're bleeding out again. Well, it can be just a 3D butterfly. Definitely would be better if I had a finer brush. I did better just doing the orange, but not this bit here. Now my brush is just going kaput. All right, I'm going to leave my butterfly there. And what I might do is just cut out the butterfly all the way around it. Okay, let's put that away now. I need to put the lid on my paint so I can use that at the top. Just cutting out the butterfly. Sorry, I forgot to talk. Yeah, definitely not my best work. I don't paint, do I? Okay, so where is it here? I'll leave it to dry a little bit. And what did I want to do? I want to do a stamp. Oh, I should have done a tiny little bit of black along there. It's better. Stop playing with it. Well, I'll muck it up. Okay, so I put that away. I'm going to do some stamping with, hello, where's it gone? Oh, here. This here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my brush. And I'm just going to do a mix of colours in here. I really need to clean my brush, my water. I think it'll be all right once I've got the cloth, because all I'm doing is wetting my brush, but then I'm just getting some paint. Something needs to go in there. Once I lay down the paint, that'll be it. I can't fix it up anymore. So what other colour I want? I think I want don't know if I want a light pink. What's that look like on there? That doesn't look too bad. If it's not the right colour, I'll just go over it in a different pink. Yep, that will do. And maybe I feel like I need to put a little bit of yellow in there. Even this yellow, I'll have a look what it looks like on the thing. Yep. Just a hint of yellow. There, I think I like that. Okay, that should be fairly dry. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint on my, not paint, sorry, I need to get the ink. Ink on my stamp. How much stamp do I need? I still think up to there. So what I'm going to do is move, let's get rid of the paint. Move that up there. Oh, shivers. Now these wet ones are reusable because they dried out. Then I just put a bit of water in the bag, and then I just made sure there's enough water in there and let it sit, so they're good to go. So I'm trying to reuse them as much as I can. So what we're doing is putting on some ink there. I want it quite black. Now I have to find the lid or I'll knock that over. Well, I don't think it's black, it's like a brown colour. And then all I'm going to do is put that on here. I think this is a Tim Holtz one. And voila, there we go. Might have had it upside down. Oh no, meant to do that. Maybe it's meant to go that way. I actually don't know. Too late now. So that is my painting and stamps section. So I'll come back with my dyeing. So this is what I've done next. I've done stamping with my stamps with some antique colour, and I can't show you the box because it's been put away. So that's Kantha, Applique, now Embellish, and I did muck up the E and the M. I tried to go back over it, but it made it a little bit smudgy, but I have to leave it now. So what I did here was I sewed on the sequins, I sewed on the embellished flowers, as you can see on the back, and then I glued, hot glue gun to the little thing here, and then this, I think I told you before, this was an old necklace, and then it was still looking a little bit bare, so what I did was I got some fabric and I just put some, I was going to ruche, squish it and make it all ruffly by rubbing it in your hands, but I decided just to put some French knots there, and I think that looks lovely. So here is my painting and my stamps. So I did the butterfly, and then I got my Textile, my little pen here, and I just coloured in a little bit more of the black there just to stand it out. I tried to feather the pen as you go so it doesn't look sort of all straight lines. Yeah, that's what I did. I have no idea if that's what you do. I'm just trial and error. Not done this sort of thing before, but I just wanted to do the, oh, you can't see. I wanted to do the, I've changed my iPad around so the camera's further down this way, not up that way, and it's a bit hard to remember where to put the, to show you. So yes, I've done that, and then I did the colour. I feathered some, and I'm sorry if I repeated this because I can't remember what I did with in the other video. I did some brush strokes along there, and then I put the stamp on, and then I put painting and stamps, and these are my dyes. So I dyed this with yellow turmeric. That was sent to me. I think I dyed that with blue colouring dye with, it's on my Instagram page. Maybe it was black beans, or that might have turned into the purple. I can't remember. And then there's pink. That's from Avocado. This time it never went a lovely pink colour. That was from the lady where I bought those from. This is some sari, and then I just put some sari silk around the edge just to frame it like all the others. And this one here is, I got my gouache paints, gouache I think they're called. I wet the, I can show you here, I wet the bit of strip, and then I just got my paintbrush and just dabbed the paintbrush in the water, and then I just got the colour and I just went dab, dab, dab. And of course this is already wet. It spreads the paint. And then I went, oh, I wonder what black will do. So I decided to put a little bit of black, and I actually quite like it. So that's left there. Then I just pull this apart, cut the strip in half and ripped it, and then I've just twisted it round and round and round, so it becomes a bit of a twist, because I don't want it to. Sorry about that. Boston, my granddad, thinks he can go and be a big tough boy outside. So yes, so I've twisted that round, and now I'm just getting my thread. Where has it gone? Here. And all I'm doing is anchoring it down, making sure that I'm catching all the what's it called? Oh, my mind's gone blank. Sorry. Fabric, or the twist of the fabric. I caught the first one, but then I didn't catch the second bit. There. All right, I'll continue round and then I'll come back. Finish the painting of the stamps with the edging around it. Still not sure if I finish there, but I think I'll be okay. I can't keep going on and on because I want to get it finished. So what I'm doing now is sewing down the sides. So what I've done is pinched all the fabrics together, and I'm just going to put some clips on just to hold it there. Oops, I lost my clips here because I had to open it up. Just trying to, what I've done is done a running stitch around the bit where you want to actually turn the pages over, just to close off that bit. Trying it a bit long on one side, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. And then I'm going to do the same for this one. Just pinch them all together. Now I've moved the camera back round the other way. What I might do is pull this one out because it was in the wrong spot. I didn't enclose that one, so what do I need? Oh. So I've just clipped them together there. No, I don't want that one. You have a big eye on your needle and you still can't thread the thread through. All right. I don't think my thread is long enough, but we'll go for it now. Let's have a look. Maybe. So I'm just catching the edge, hopefully. Pardon me, it will work. I just had a cup of tea a while ago and I need another one. So I'm just going to pull them tight. Don't know if you can see that. Just catching the edge slightly. Let's hope it works because I don't know. And then what I'll do is once I've gone down this side, I'll come up the other side in the place where it's not shown there. And hopefully that will hold the signature pages together. And then I've got to find a way of attaching it to the book. So I will continue on with this and I'll be back. It's finished. I just got to find some grommets or something or other and attach it into the book. So this is the first page. I've attached a button, just a vintage button with the crocheted edge that I dyed. I think it was in black beans, black beans. So I'm really happy with that. Matches my little thing over there. So now I've stuck it into the book, and this was the actual leftover page, so I folded that in half, stitched that down on the to fold it on the inside, and then I just stitched it down to the edge. It had these left over, so I decided to stitch those on. I think I still need to do something with this border, but I haven't stitched the sides down just in case I want to put wadding in there or do something else. That's my Kantha page and my Applique page, my embellishment page, my painting and stamps, my dies, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's the back. This could give me some space later on because it's got wadding in. I can go and make a pocket or something like that. And then that's the back of the book. But it is going to try and, I've got to try and somehow, I've just realised I've got to put it into this, unless I just leave it like that. I could just leave it as a book like that. I've just got to stretch that out so it closes up. And it just fits inside the book like that. Or I could just get something that could be a little bit tighter, maybe. Close the book up. There, like that. And I could just wrap something around the book. I have a whole box of sari silk. I do like that purple for some reason. Or, no, I like this one better. Do that, and if I change my mind, that's okay. I'm just going to chop that there. I've had this loop thing I can put there, and then I could loop the sari silk onto that and then bring them over. I've just got to find it and somehow put it onto the page. So I'll quickly sew a lovely little bow on there. And that is my book for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, volume 9, and then I've got to think about, so this is for January, and then I'll think about my February one. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you liked the video, and enjoy stitching. Happy stitching.